Again, that's something that we didn't really feel like Battle.net's previously done well, and it's something we've learned a lot from World of Warcraft with community site, with the launcher, and some of the system announcements and things we can do now to really make sure that all the Blizzard gamers know what's going on in the community. All right, so now I'm actually going to demo some of the screens that are coming up in the new Starcraft 2 Battle.net. The big disclaimer always is that everything I'm about to show you could change. All right, let's see if this works. All right, it worked. Yay. So here's an example of the login screen. So this might look familiar to all you World of Warcraft players. And even though that Starcraft 2 is clearly not an MMO, but we really felt like, you know what, why don't we connect you into the service the moment you start playing Starcraft 2? So you put in your Battle.net account, and then you'll be actually logged into the service from the very beginning. So this is kind of what the flow is going to look like. So you log into the game, and then this is going to be approximately kind of like what your first screen is going to look like. So you can kind of see right from the beginning, it already looks like you're in an online service. So you can see that you're going to be able to have access to like single player, multiplayer. We have this concept of these large widgets, like the campaign widget, which you can see. And then also on the right-hand side, you can see this concept of news, which looks a little bit like the World of Warcraft launcher, or might look a little bit like a website. So, right away, even before you've played your first game, you're already connected into the larger community. And we really felt, again, it's like we really are an online world these days. Like, is there anybody in this room that actually plays offline without being connected to the internet at all? So does that mean that you actually cannot connect to the internet on your computer? All the time? So college kids don't connect to the internet? Well, good to know for the 5 people that just shouted, you'll be able to play as a guest in offline mode. All right, so let's continue. So if I press the single player button, you'll be able to see this is kind of an example of what the screen might look like. So you'll have campaign is kind of that largest screen. So we kind of assume that new players are going to want to play the campaign first. And then you also be able to play skirmish games. And then we have this new concept called challenges. And challenges are just these kind of really fun single-player maps that are kind of going to teach advanced multiplayer mechanics. And they're also something you can kind of try over and over again and improve your time and improve your score and then be able to compare with your friends. So, and then to show you that also something else you get when you're able to be connected within, if you connect right away, is that even when you're playing a single-player game of StarCraft 2, you'll be able to access your friends list like this screenshot here. So even when you're just playing the campaign, any of your friends that are online, you'll be able to see when they're online, they'll be able to talk to you and everything else, which I really feel, again, is a huge value add for people that previously would have to log on into the multiplayer part of Battle.net, tell their friends where they were, and then go back and play campaign and, be sight unseen again. So obviously we're going to have replays. So this is kind of an example of what the replay screen is going to look like. We're going to add a lot more features to replays. Like one of the features that we're adding, which people might want, is a rewind feature. They said it couldn't be done, but we found a way. All right. And then we also are going to obviously have profiles. So when you have a character, there's going to be all kinds of information about like achievements, your statistics, your match history. And the kind of the intent we have with the profile is we want the profile to be useful for you as the player, but we also want it to be really interesting for other players to be able to browse you. And you can share it with your friends, and people can kind of see the matches you've done, be able to do achievement compares, all those sorts of things too. And obviously, we're going to have an achievement system. So we're going to have full achievements within Star 2. It's going to be hopefully even a better system